How much do you see dogs getting all these viruses and conditions, right? My dog can eat her poop and drink lake water and
True. Yeah.
and never get sick. Like, I mean, they're resilient, they're strong.
Yeah.
Biohacking yourself and being limitless is this idea of resilience, the ability to reframe, the ability for your body to bounce back, the ability for you to handle stress. And for us to handle stress, we need to be anti-fragile. We need to be harder to kill. And that's done by having a bigger stress bucket. And we have a very small stress bucket by way of our society in modern culture now. If we were to compare to man of even 100 years ago, because we have sought comfortability. And honestly, if we compare to man of third world countries or second world countries, because we are seeking so much comfortability that we're thermically controlled all day long. We're at 68 to 72 degrees. Like, and we don't experience hot and cold temperatures as much anymore. So we don't need activated brown adipose tissue. We don't need heat shock proteins and growth factors and a stronger immune system. Like, we don't have, food that's sat out and has more bacteria in it. We don't hug and kiss each other like in cultures like as much as some of these other cultures. Like, we're scared to be around people that are coughing or sneezing now. And like, these are things that like challenge your immune system in good ways. We're using, antibacterial everything. We're using antibiotics. We're using sterilizing, solutions and whatever. And it's like leaving our microbiome as scorched earth.
Yeah.
And therefore, one quote unquote good bacteria is bolstering your immune system, is protecting you. And then the quote unquote bad bacteria is what's keeping you resilient. And it's a hormetic stress. It's a eustress most of the time. The one caveat I would give is not everything is a eustress or hormetic stress all the time. They can become a distress if, let's say, you're immunocompromised. And this is where like part of the missed message of like COVID, I think, was that we blanketed the whole culture to do one thing. And I believe if someone was immunocompromised, some of these ideas were good ideas. But if you were not immunocompromised, it's the exact opposite thing we should be doing. We need to take our immune system to the gym. Otherwise, we become the boy in the bubble. My dog, how much do you see dogs getting all these viruses and conditions, right? My dog can eat her poop and drink lake water and
True. Yeah.
and never get sick. Like, I mean, they're resilient, they're strong. And we're not. Like, we're scared to eat food that fell on the table or the ground. Like, we use like the paper towel on the bathroom handle and all these things. Like,
Yeah.
we're becoming so germ phobic that we're not getting the challenges that we are supposed to be more resilient. And you see these people in other parts of the world being far more resilient because of this challenge. And it doesn't just have to be like, eating, food that fell on the ground. Like, I mean, it's literally like you walking outside barefoot, it's you hugging people. It's you like being out in public environments and you playing with pets, like you traveling to other countries, and you get exposed to all this microbiome, this quote unquote good and bad bacterias. And it's a vibrant earth, if you will, instead of a scorched earth. A scorched earth is not the solution. Is that good during a surgery potentially? Yes, and I think the future of medicine might be adding good bacteria to these situations, just like it's important with a C-section baby to get the mother's vaginal microbiome, put on the baby so that its immune system is stronger. They found that these babies that were C-section ended up having a lot of immune system issues because they didn't end up getting the mother's microbiome at time of vaginal delivery. So it's this kind of thing that's like that is kind of the through line in the book. And it's called like on this bell curve of eustress and distress, in the dead center, the meat of the bell curve is the Goldilocks zone. And it's the perfect amount of stress for the perfect amount of adaptation. So just think of like if you're going to the gym, it's like whatever that place is for you, and it's going to change your workouts, obviously, because again, not everything all the time is a eustress. It can become a distress. So it's understanding your body. That's where tracking things like HRV and listening to your body, and making sure you're getting the recovery, but also making sure you're pushing yourself enough. It's a delicate balance, and that's the Goldilocks zone.